Oh, hey, are we back? Yay! Alright, cool. I'll rewind it a little bit. That was weird. I'm not sure what happened there. Let's see. We'll just go back to here because this is where I started to completely fail to read proper word things. Surely Nagakura and Harada wouldn't leave.
早まらないでくださいと言いたいところですが、すでに心が離れている人を無理に引き止めることもできませんね。お好きにどうぞ。ただ、無断でここを出ていくことだけは控えてくださいね。
After offering his counsel, Sannan nodded curtly and left for his room.
なあ、新八さん、本当に出ていくつもりなのか？
一応、近藤さんが戻ってきた後、話はするつもりだけどな。
佐野さんも。
近藤さんたちには世話になったし、恩返しして気持ちはあるんだが、これから先もあんなことを繰り返されたんじゃ、大使連中にも申し訳ねえしな。
Despite the legitimacy of their concerns, their departure was dependent on Kondo's willingness to hear them out. Narcissus. That is an interesting comparison. It seemed their hearts were set, and no matter of goodwill or nostalgia could convince them otherwise.
エスケ、お前も俺たちと一緒に来ねえか？
They want us to leave the Shinsengumi.
え？
はっきり言っちまっていいんだぜ。飲みたくもねえ落ち水を飲まされて、羅刹になんてされちまって。さすがにもう、あの人たちには付き合いきれねえだろ。
このままここにいたら、どんな無茶を言いつけられるか分かったもんじゃねえしな。
俺。
Their invitation to leave clearly struck a nerve with Heisuke, who found himself in a position he had likely never anticipated. His gaze trembled slightly, as if he struggled to find a solid answer, and then he pursed his lips.
気持ちだけ受け取っとくよ。
平助、お前。
二人とも誤解してるみてえだけど、俺無理やり落ち水を飲まされたわけじゃねえから。死にそうになった時、三男さんにどうしても生き延びてえかどうか聞かれて、あの薬を飲むって決めたのは俺だから。近藤さんたちのせいじゃねえ。それに羅刹になっちまった俺が新選組を離れるなんてできるはずねえだろ。
そんなの、俺が土方さんに掛け合ってどうにでもしてやるって。
いいんだ。あの時せっかく拾った命だから、この命で何ができるのか、ここでもう少し考えてみてえから。
Neither Nagakura nor Harada seemed pleased with his response, both of them scanning him intently.
たくお前は頭が足りねえくせに妙に一本気っつうか。
それ佐野さんにだけは言われたくねえぞ。
何言ってやがんだよ。せっかく誘ってやったのに、俺たちの恋を足毛にしやがって。
まあ、こんな白状者のことはさっさと忘れちまおうぜ。勝手に一人でくたばりやがるってんだ。
ひってえ言い草だな。なんなんだよも
う。ところで千鶴ちゃん、なんか食うものねえか？ずっ と荒木同士だったから腹が減っちまったよ。
Oh, just one second. There are plenty of leftovers from supper, so allow me to prepare them for you.
気が利くじゃねえか。当然酒もついてるんだよな。
No sake.
なんだよ、固いことは一個なしだろ。せっかく生きて帰ってこられたんだし。
そうそう、ちょっとぐらいならいいじゃねえか。こうやって新発さんたちと飲めるのも今のうちだけかもしれねえんだしさ。
As much as I hated to admit it, Heisuke raised a good point that made it difficult to refuse. Fine. But just a little, okay? I think everyone's a little bit on edge, so the last thing I want to do is cause any trouble.
ありがとうよ、千鶴。
Heisuke, Harada, and Nagakura drank well into the wee hours of the morning, laughing boisterously over memories between all of them. On the surface, it was an endearing sight, but I couldn't help but notice the veneer of happiness spread thinly over their conversation, as each of them knew it may very well be their last together. In fact, Heisuke seemed keenly aware of this, offering a sly, pensive glance from time to time. By the next afternoon, some of the other men arrived. Kondo, Hijikata, Saito, and Soma all returned with their respective troops, and the mood was hushed all around the compounds. Nagakura was quick to approach Kondo, hoping to schedule the meeting in which all of his grievances could be properly aired. We waited patiently to see how it turned out when...
そんじゃあみんな世話になったな。他の奴らにもよろしく伝えといてくれ。
Look at all these pretty outfits. And this fucking sad music. What the hell?
So, you weren't able to come to a resolution with Kondo, huh?
なあ、あの人があそこまで石頭だとは思わなかったぜ。
まあ、石頭はお互い様だろうがな。
お二人がいなくなると寂しくなります。
本当だよな。長倉さんたちには世話になったもんな。夕飯のおかずを取られたり、稽古で散々叩きのめされたり、面倒な雑用を押し付けられたり。
Nomura, I don't know if those are good memories. But okay.
おう、野村、お前も随分皮肉が上手くなったじゃねえか。最後に一発忘れられねえ思い出を作ってやろうか。ああ？
いりませんよ。暴力反対。
そういえば雪村君、東堂君の姿が見えませんが。
Nomura appeared in like one scene. He's a apprentice page. I think we will see more of him when we go down Soma's route. So that may be a while.
Shimada glanced inquisitively around the room. I invited him to join us for the send-off, but all Heisuke said was, "Don't worry about me," and he left it at that. If you would like, I'd be happy to summon him.
いや、必要ねえさ。別にこれが根性の別れってわけでもねえしな。
But
いいんだよ。あいつに言ってやりてえことは全部夕べのうちに言ったつもりだし。
are you sure about that?
ああ、同じお天道様の下で戦ってりゃ、そのうちまた会えるさ。
I'd hoped that Harada was right, but the sorrow in our parting was anything but sweet. Okay, Well, safe travels, you two.
おう、それじゃあな。近藤さんたちのことよろしく頼むぜ。
Nagakura and Harada grinned warmly, seemingly at peace with their decision to move on with their lives. Without another word, they turned their backs to us and walked out of the front gate. As I watched them disappear into the horizon, a feeling of melancholy sat in the pit of my stomach. Although the answer to how much longer Heisuke had to live, on account of his affliction, was unknown, I still clung to the hope that one day the three of them would reunite, no longer burdened by the troubles that seemed determined to tear them apart. Above us, the sun was setting, covering the sky with a gorgeous array of orange hues.
あれ
Heisuke awoke from his slumber, stumbling clumsily into the recently vacated room. You just missed Nagakura and Harada's goodbye.
そっか。なんつうかあっけないな。
You should have been here to see them off.
いや、必要ねえよ。一生の別れってわけじゃねえし。縁があれば、また会うこともあるだろうしな。
Strangely enough, Heisuke echoed the same sentiment shared by Harada only moments earlier. Perhaps the truth that none of them had any way of truly knowing whether or not they would live to see one another again was a pain not worth admitting. Instead, they chose to look forward optimistically. A valiant effort, of course, but one that I feared would never come to fruition. Hey, Heisuke? Do you really think you made the right choice, not going with Nagakura and Harada? Although the secret that Heisuke was alive, let alone had become a fury, was unbeknownst to the public, I was sure that if Heisuke had wanted to, Hijikata would entertain the option of him leaving the Shinsengumi favorably.
ああ。俺はここでやらなきゃならねえことが残ってるから。
Like what? Heisuke went silent, pondering to himself as he scratched the bridge of his nose.
ある人のことが心配なんだ。あのまま新八さんたちと一緒に新選組を出ちまったら、そいつのことを見捨てることになっちまうから。そうなったら俺、きっと死ぬまで後悔すると思う。
Passion glowed in his wide, tender eyes. Staring deeply into them made my chest tighten for some reason, like my heart had been beating twice as fast. Surely the person Heisuke had been worried about was...
God, we hope it was us, cause what the fuck? Saving. I got you, Moobot, I got you. Or more, Moobot has me. Speaking of me.
I thought about whom it could have been, and although I may have been overthinking things, something hit me. I recalled an intimate conversation we'd shared as we left Osaka Bay, following the events of Toba Fushimi. Between joining the Guardians of the Imperial Tomb, leaving the Shinsengumi and drinking the water of life, it was a period of change, reflection, and unforeseen consequences for Heisuke. But he confided in me that my presence gave him the confidence to see through it all. So, logically, I thought, it must have been... is the person you're talking about... is it me?
いや、俺はそんな...
Look at this precious bean.
Oops. Sorry, that was wrong of me to assume. Right? How could it be me? Of course. My deepest apologies. I think I may have gotten ahead of myself. How embarrassing.
いや、違わねえし。
Huh? Heisuke's cheeks turned deep red, and he cupped his mouth with his hands almost immediately. He stood frozen to the spot, and for a moment an awkward, ear-shattering silence filled the room. Well then. So I was right, wasn't I? The person you're worried about is me? Heisuke scratched timidly at his rosy cheeks, looking extremely uncomfortable as I continued to press the subject until...
おう。まあ、そういうことだよ。
But why in the world are you worried about me? I'm not going through anything near the level of what you're dealing with, Heisuke.
俺は別にいいんだよ。男だし戦えるしさ。新選組にも自分で望んで入隊したんだし。でもお前は違うだろ。
Heisuke. Heisuke had always acted so selflessly. His thoughtful gestures, though flattering, made me feel a tad guilty as he never put himself first. For now, expressing my gratitude would have to do. Thank you, Heisuke. Your concern means the world to me. Heisuke's gentle disposition was unlike anyone I'd ever met before, a fact I cherished quite dearly.
そういや、三男さんは今どうしてるんだ?
You know, I haven't seen him since last night.
本当か? まさか勝手にどこかへ出かけてるんじゃねえだろうな。俺ちょっと様子を見てくる。
Are you going to be okay by yourself?
ガキ扱いするなよ。じゃあちょっくら行ってくるから。
Heisuke had one foot out of the door when...
Ah, shit.
He slammed to his knees, desperately moaning in pain.
Well.
His hair began slowly turning white, and his eyes were burning savagely a fiery crimson. Heisuke! Was this bloodlust?
やっぱりあの二人についていかなくて正解だったかもな。
Oh yeah, Danny, you weren't here for the first time. Ha 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 ha. Well, we're gonna save. Double checking the walkthrough. Yep, we're gonna give him blood.
I knew that offering him my fresh blood would be enough to soothe this excruciating pain. Without a second to hesitate, I unsheathed my kodachi as Heisuke clawed at his chest uncontrollably.
I am gonna cry if the walkthrough is trolling us.
I grimaced as I slid the cold steel across my wrist. Heisuke, drink my blood.
だけどそんな。
Just do it, bro. Do it.
This doesn't hurt me. Just please, for my sake. After giving it a moment of thought, Heisuke wrapped his soft, moist lips around my bleeding wound.
Yeah, don't burn the game. Don't burn my computer. I need it.
He muttered to himself sheepishly, sucking the blood from my cut in a gingerly manner.
お前に痛い思いをさせて、化け物みたいに血をすすらねえと正気じゃいられねえなんて。
As the narcissist says, Grim, sexy blood times.
Don't think about that right now. Just focus on getting better. Heisuke nodded curtly, facing his head downwards as he sucked with more vigor. After a few minutes, Heisuke's breathing began to steady itself, and the pressure of his mouth lessened. Look at that! Your complexion looks better already.
みたいだな。
Heisuke averted his gaze bashfully, perhaps stuck in a thought loop about his internal dilemma.
お前、大丈夫なのか？俺に血なんて飲ませて、立ちくらみとかしてねえか？
Nope. This is nothing. All that matters to me is that I'm able to be there for you when you need me. Heisuke fell silent, nervously biting into his lower lip while thinking of something to say.
俺、三男さんの様子を見てくる。
Hey, congrats, Renegade!
He shot up from the floor, then disappeared from the room as if the place had caught on fire. The Shinsengumi were preparing to depart from Edo, passing through Nagarayama to arrive eventually in Aizu.
I mean, it's probably good that she's a demon. We'll just leave it at that.
The news came not too long after the departure of Nagakura and Harada, whose absence still resonated sorely with all of those of us still faithful to the Shinsengumi.
I mean, it was confirmed by Sen, Danny. Chizuru's family, the Yukimura clan, well, what was her family, the Yukimura clan, is like one of the most prominent demon clans from the east, whereas Kazuma's family is the most prominent demon clan in the west. But yeah, that's the whole reason she heals basically instantly. That sounds right, Anarsis? I think.
Word of our eventual departure to Aizu came rather unexpectedly, leading to the frantic scramble of many warriors hurriedly preparing for our mass migration. I too did my part before it came time to leave.
あれ、千鶴、どこかに出かけるのか？
Oh yeah, the other thing to note, Danny, they now say her name out loud. It's crazy! It makes me happy.
Yes, I'd noticed we were short on medical supplies in our stock of medicine, so I'd wanted to fetch some before we moved to Nagarayama.
そっか。そんじゃあ俺も一緒に行ってやるよ。
What? I mean, are you sure?
I think Nagakura actually called her Chizuru-chan. I don't remember. I thought I heard him say it like once. Narcissus.
いいっていいって。ここにいても 雑用言いつけられるだけだしな。それに
Sen definitely called us Chizuru-chan.
Heisuke snuck an inquisitive glance toward Sannan's room, nudging his nose off to the side.
Alright, see ya, Rude. Good luck. Pizza is important.
今は土方さんもいるし、三男さんも勝手な真似はできねえだろ。
Good point. Then I'd love for you to join me.
おう、ちょっと待っててくれ。すぐに支度してくるから。
After making the rounds at the shops, we'd finally amassed what we needed for our medical stock, and we leisurely strolled back toward the compounds. Commotion rumbled on the other side of the street, with crowds of people chanting, "Isn't it great, isn't it great?" with great fervor.
I would like to know what that is in Japanese, because I'm sure it sounds better. But whatever.
しかし、まさかこんなに急いで江戸を出ることになるなんて思わなかったよな。
Right.
俺たち、これからどうなるんだろうな。土方さんは会津に行くって言ってたけど、会津での戦には勝てるのかな。
Total babe Kimigiku? I believe she is. We haven't seen her lately, but she should turn up. Yeah, they all changed uniforms. They kind of rebranded the Shinsengumi, and I think changing the uniforms was kind of part of it. But mostly it's just a costume change.
Until recently, our safety under Hijikata's dutiful leadership had never been called into question. But after suffering back-to-back defeats at both Toba Fushimi and Kofu, things were beginning to change. Would we, as Heisuke put it, realistically have any chance of victory in Aizu?
And yes, as Lynn pointed out, Hijikata explained it, a lot of them are starting to use rifles, so they adopted Western clothing because it's easier to shoot in.
Perhaps more pertinently, did Heisuke have any more desire to fight? Especially all the way in Aizu? As we passed a dim alley, Heisuke blurted out.
まずい。千鶴、隠れるぞ。
Huh? Heisuke yanked my arm, leading me behind a building from which we slowly peeked our heads. Footsteps echoed ominously from the alley. By the sound of their pace, it was a man and a woman. Was it a rendezvous? Or something else?
たく、お師匠さんも無茶言ってくれるよな。
Sorry for my excited gasp, but these are characters that are from a game we never got out here. This boy was the protag of the prequel game that we never got to play.
じゃないか踊りしてる連中の絵姿を100枚素書きして持ってこいなんてさ。
でも勉強になるでしょ。
そりゃな。だけど踊ってる奴らに絡まれるといろいろ面倒なんだよ。あいつら金持ちの家に上がり込んで家の中をめちゃくちゃにしたりするって聞くしな。
Oh, one moment, my friends. I need to let my cat out.
Oh, animals.
うちは別に心配ないじゃない。盗まれるものなんて一つもないし。
もし商売道具を持っていかれたらどうすんだよ。
Yeah, Ibuki is cute. He's also a painter, apparently.
紙だって絵の具だってただじゃないんだぞ。
Heisuke stared intently at the couple in conversation, until the two of them were well beyond earshot. He widened his eyes in astonishment before muttering strangely under his breath.
龍之介のやつ元気だったんだ。しかも一緒にいた子。
Hmm? Do you know them?
あ、まあ知り合いっつうかそんな感じだったんだ。
Then, shouldn't you have said hello? We aren't going to be in Edo for much longer. You may never get the chance to do so again.
いいんだ。俺はもう死んだ人間だし。せっかく幸せそうにしてんのに、今さら俺たちのことを思い出させるなんて野暮じゃねえか。
Heisuke's mood completely soured. Sort of how I imagined his reaction to be when Nagakura and Harada announced their departure from the Shinsengumi. But this was different. Whatever inner turmoil he'd kept hidden beneath the skin was now exposed. And for once, Heisuke seemed utterly vulnerable. As if the burden he'd been carrying for so long had finally become too much to bear. Heisuke inhaled deeply through his nose and closed his eyes, pausing for a moment before releasing his exhale through his mouth.
あいつさ、まだ新選組にいた頃は芹沢さん、局長の一人だった人に毎日殴られてて、ここを出たらどうやって生きていけばいいのかわからないなんて言ってて。自分の生き方を見つけられずにあがいてたところが司令官に流れ着く前の俺みたいで、なんか放っておけなかったんだけど、あいつちゃんと自分の道を見つけられたんだな。
I'd noticed something peculiar as soon as Heisuke mentioned the words smiling from ear to ear. Suddenly a dreary expression covered Heisuke's face, as if he were a child who'd been abandoned to wander through the city alone. Heisuke, keeping his back facing me, continued to reminisce.
きっとあいつらこれから先もさ、二人で苦労していくんだろうな。いや、好きな相手と一緒にいられるんだから、どんなに苦労してもどうってことねえか。あと数年も経てば可愛い子供が生まれたりすんのかな。子供もそのうちどんどん大きくなって、じいさんばあさんになる頃にはたくさんの孫に囲まれてさ、俺はそんな幸せなんて多分絶対手に入れられねえけど。
Heisuke.
It ruined the moment, Percy. Sorry for my creaking door.
Heisuke. Heisuke watched his friend rise from humble beginnings to forge a meaningful life for himself outside of the Shinsengumi. Yet here stood Heisuke, keenly aware of all that he would stand to miss because of his affliction, unable to partake in the greeting of an old friend. Simple pleasures and milestones alike were becoming increasingly out of reach for Heisuke, who was forced to watch the world turn without him. How much more anguish would he be forced to endure? It tore me apart seeing him like this, so I quietly nestled up closely to him. There was something so comforting and familiar about his scent. You have me. Even if one day everyone else were to disappear, I would still be right here beside you, Heisuke. His back shivered as I ran the tips of my fingers against it.
バカだな、お前。俺、いつ寿命を使い果たしちまうかわからねえんだぞ。そんな俺と一緒にいたっていいことなんてなんもねえだろ。
His tone was derisive, that much I could tell. But it was a reaction that had not required explanation. I'm not staying with you because I expect to gain something from it. Perhaps there was a hint of truth to his cynical claim, that it was unlikely that he would live for much longer. Perhaps he had interpreted my concern for him as pity, and he had given up fighting the inevitable. Nevertheless, I was determined to support Heisuke. Whether or not he could take this sentiment at face value was for him to decide, but...
本当、物好きだよな。お前って。
At the beginning of our conversation, Heisuke's voice was meek and quivering. But by the end, it seemed he turned a corner, sharing with me a playful grin.
You know, regrettably, the smooching happened a lot sooner in the original because most of these heart-wrenching scenes were not there. The game is better for them, but also my heart is not better for them. It's fine. I'm going to pause for a drink momentarily here. We need some water to refresh ourselves. Worse than the last game because now he's in every single scene, but they're still not smooching. Well, you know.
A brisk, gentle air rattled the wind chimes around the compounds on the Shinsengumi's last night in Edo. A knock upon my door startled me around midnight.
Yukimura senpai, まだ起きてらっしゃいますか?
Ooh, Soma-kun. All right, Renegade, get some sleep. Take care. Grats on the paper. We'll see you next time.
Soma? Is that you? Yes, I am. Is everything okay?
来客です。何でも先輩にお聞きしたいことがあるとかで。
Oh boy, a visitor in the night. Hopefully it's Sen.
Me? A visitor? Who could it have been? Understandably, I was a little confused and I cautiously followed Soma to greet my surprise guest.
千鶴さん、夜分遅く申し訳ありません。
Okiku! There you go, friends. We know we like her. Kimigiku-san.
What's going on, Kimigiku? I heard you had something to ask of me.
姫様があなたの招きに応じてこちらにいらしているはずですが。 いつまで経ってもお戻りにならないので、何かあったのではと思いまして。
Oh shit.
What? You were mistaken. I haven't sent any message to Sen.
それは本当ですか？今日の夕刻、姫様は松本先生を通じてあなたからの文を受け取ったはずなのですが。
What? I assure you, I've sent no letter for Sen.
ということは、何者かがあなたの名を語って。
Someone. But there are only a few people who are aware of Sen's presence in Edo, or even about her connection with Dr. Matsumoto. Isn't that right?
ええ。あなた方と松本先生以外にはお伝えしていないはずです。
So that means the only other people who know about her whereabouts are myself, Heisuke, and Sannan. Wait a minute, that's right. Sannan was with us the day we encountered her. He was fully aware of how to reach Sen and where she would be. Just then.
あれ、千鶴。それに確か君菊さん。
Heisuke stepped into the quiet courtyard, perhaps overhearing our nervous voices increasing in volume. Heisuke, where is Sannan?
三男さんなら部屋で本を読んでるはずだけど。
Kimigiku, wait here. I'll go check up on him. I ran hurriedly towards Sannan's room, squinting my eyes to make out the hallway through the darkness. When I got to his door, there was no sign of him. It was too late. It seemed he had snuck out of the compounds without any of us noticing.
Chizuru, どうだった？三男さんいたか？
Why are you calling me a monster? A narcissist? Why? What have I done?
I couldn't find him in his room.
ってことはまさか。
すぐに行方を追いましょう。嫌な予感がします。
Wanting to not waste a second more, Kimigiku, Heisuke, and I bolted in search of Sannan. Hey, we got an auto host from Villa Art. The nerve of him to forge my name in order to trick Sen into coming to meet him. Just what could Sannan have been plotting? A creeping sense of dread took hold of me. All I could plead was for Sen's safety to be ensured. A hollow gesture, but what else could I do? After a frustrating yield of no results, the three of us split up to widen our search, but...
くそ、見つからねえな。三男さんどこに行っちまったんだ。
Darn! It's almost time for us to meet back with Kimigiku.
そうだな。見つけてくれるといいんだけど。
Just as Heisuke mentioned the thought, a violent gust appeared out of nowhere, forming into a tall whirlwind. And then Kimigiku stepped out from the gust.
お二人ともいかがでしたか？姫様の足取りはつかめましたか？
Unfortunately not. Were you able to find anything at all, Kimigiku?
私の方も手がかりを見つけ出すことはできませんでした。
Hey, Heisuke, can you think of anywhere, any place at all that he might have possibly gone to?
そう言われてもな。あの人のことだから俺が予想できるような場所に行くってことはねえんじゃねえかな。
Oh no. Suddenly the panic began to feel very, very real. Whatever purpose Sannan had for questioning Sen was alarming, But for him to do so in this manner... Was all of it a ploy to obtain more crucial information on the Furies from her? That seemed unlikely, given that he hadn't needed to approach her secretly for a reason like that. After a moment, Kimigiku locked eyes with us.
お二人ともひとまず屯所に戻られてはいかがでしょう。
そうだな。もしかしたら三男さんが戻ってきてるかもしれねえし。
Where are you off to from here, Kimigiku?
私はもう少し姫様の行方を探してみます。姫様はあなたや風間千景と同じ純血の鬼ですから、人間やまがい物に遅れを取ることはないでしょうが、万が一ということもありますから、もし何かあればすぐにお伝えします。それでは。
Okay. Please be careful, Kimigiku. Kimigiku smiled graciously at me in return. With that, she vanished into the ether, leaving a mist-like cloud in her wake.
千姫、早く見つかるといいな。
Yeah. Both of us nodded in unison, and we turned around to head back in the direction of the compounds. As we made our arrival, Heisuke blurted aloud.
おい、千鶴、見ろ！あそこに立ってるのは。
I glanced in the direction to which Heisuke was pointing, and lo and behold, there stood Sen and Sannan. The two of them appeared to be engaged in a heated argument, but it was difficult for us to overhear.
何を話してるんだ？もう少し近づいてみるか。
Okay. Heisuke and I tiptoed as quietly as humanly possible. We were just within a range of hearing them when Sen suddenly shot an inquisitive glance in our direction, catching us both by surprise. Before either of us had a chance to react, Sannan took advantage of her being distracted, forcefully grabbing a hold of her to draw her in. What we witnessed next was completely unexpected. Sannan fiendishly planted his mouth upon Sen's, forcing her into an unwanted, aggressive kiss. Such an egregious act had bewildered me without question, and I stood frozen to the spot. Sen attempted to force Sannan back, struggling to put any distance between the two of them, much less to break free from the clutches of his face. However, because of his fingers firmly gripping her arm, she was unable to free herself at all.
But, like, isn't she supposed to be stronger than a... Oh, wait, he's a Fury, so he's strong too. God damn it.
After the painfully uncomfortable moment, Sannan finally separated himself from Sen. As Sen was caught in a violent coughing fit, I saw thick red beads drip from out of her mouth. Was that blood? Oh no. Please, anything but that. Sannan turned to face us, and plastered across his face was a mischievous grin that made my hair stand.
Yeah, like, ugh. Sannan path is looking less and less interesting as we go on.
おや、東堂くんに雪村くん、どこかにお出かけでしたか。それともわざわざ見届けに来てくれたのでしょうかね。彼女が羅刹となる様を。
羅刹だって。三男さん、あんたまさか落ち水を。
正確には違いますね。 私はもう落ち水など必要とはしていません。この私の体を流れる血そのものが落ち水と化しているのですから。
Well, okay.
私の血を与えれば人は羅刹となり、私が下したどんな命令にでも従うようになる。
Neat.
だって。
私はもはやただの羅刹ではありません。人の世のノリにとらわれることなく血を求め続けた結果、羅刹を超える羅刹となったのです。
He has gone full psycho, everybody.
I had no idea whether or not Sun-Nun had been telling the truth, but behind his nefarious eyes was an insanity that I had never seen in any previous encounter with a Fury. Sen, stay strong. I tried sprinting over to Sen in an effort to check up on her, but Sun-Nun had other ideas.
彼女に気安く触れることは許しませんよ。北の地に築く我ら羅刹の国の名手となってもらう身ですからね。
Eh.
A Fury Kingdom?
そうです。比類なき力を持った純血の鬼さえもこの私の前に膝を屈した。彼女の存在は千の言葉を尽くすより雄弁に我々の力を物語ってくれるでしょう。
He did what? Sun-Nun, don't tell me you've tainted Sen for the selfish reason of trying to prove how powerful Furies are.
そんなこととはご挨拶ですね。人より鬼より優れた我々がこの国を統べるものとなる。これ以上に崇高な目的があるとでも。
Sun-Nunさん、あんたおかしくなっちまったんじゃねえのか。
I think that is a foregone conclusion. Yeah, this is thoroughly fucked up.
私は至って正気ですよ。まあ理解してもらおうとは思いませんがね。
Heisuke unsheathed his katana out of frustration. The blade trembled in his shaky hands.
I have literally no idea what the hell romancing Sun-Nun looks like. I am vaguely afraid.
そんなことさせるわけにはいかねえ。力ずくでもあんたを止めてみせるぜ。
止めるですって。東堂君、君がそこまで愚かだとは思いませんでしたよ。君ごとき左手だけでも叩き伏せることができますが、せっかくですからあなたの力を試させてもらいましょうか。姫君、出番ですよ。そこの二人を殺しなさい。
Sun-Nun's eerie eyes glowed frighteningly, and he gestured to an increasingly fervent Sen.
誰あんたなんかの命令を。
Despite Sun-Nun's best efforts, Sen retained some of her autonomy, wincing through gritted teeth. Her thick head of hair was damp with sweat which dripped down her forehead and onto her chin. Resisting Sun-Nun's orders was no mean feat, a sight made all too clear by Sen's disheveled appearance.
おお、 まだ正気を保っているとはなかなか気丈な方ですね。さすが純血の鬼だけある。これはしつけがいがあるというものです。あっさりと従ってくれた彼らとは違ってね。
Oh boy.
Sun turned his head and glanced suggestively at us. Just then... Ah! Peeking through the darkness were dozens of tiny red eyes gazing at us. We were surrounded. They were everywhere. Atop the roof of the compounds, beside shadows on the wall, and within the mansion. How Sun had been able to hide, let alone recruit so many Furies, utterly baffled me. And each instance of eyes appearing petrified me into a state of shock.
なんだよこいつら。羅刹隊にいた奴らは風間たちの襲撃を受けた時や鳥羽伏見の戦、それからこの間の騒ぎでほとんど死んじまったはずだよな。三男さん、あんたまさか江戸の人たちを。
力を与え人を超える生き物に生まれ変わらせてあげたのですよ。
Well then.
Sannan's eyes glimmered eerily behind his thick frames, grinning in pride as he admitted his act. For him, there was nothing to apologize for, as apparently all along it had been his intention to infect the world with this vile affliction.
ずっと思ってた。三男さん、あんたはすげえ人だって。甘っちょろい俺とは違って、何を残して何を切り捨てるべきか、情を交えず正しい判断を下せる。新選組を大きくしていくためには絶対に必要な人だって。こんなやり方だけは何があっても絶対に認められね
え。Heisuke was enraged, fighting back tears as he spewed all of his pain at Sannan.
俺たちは上洛してから5年間ずっと今日の人たちを守ってきたんだろう。あんたは新選組幹部だった頃の志まで捨てるつもりなのかよ。
Heisuke's incensed screaming made me flinch nervously, but Sannan barely even lifted his eyebrows.
忘れてしまいましたよ。人であった頃のことなど。何の役にも立たない情など、君はこれから先もずっと抱えて続けるつもりですか？
After delivering his icy retort, Sannan turned once more to face Sen.
鬼の姫君に羅刹の白無垢をまとってもらうにはしばしの時間が必要なようです。お色直しに少々時間をいただくとしましょうか。
待て三男さん。
Heisuke darted towards where Sannan stood until a troop of vehement furies blocked his path.
くそ、お前ら邪魔するんじゃね
え。Heisuke swung at them boorishly, hoping they'd fan away.
And yeah, for real, Sannan is like actually the worst.
However, the sheer volume of troops made navigating the path impossible, each of them returning Heisuke's angry gesture with baiting strikes and shoves. Heisuke! In the hopes of supporting Heisuke, I unsheathed my kodachi, but... every fury hacked down by Heisuke, 2 more would instantly appear in its place. Sannan watched Heisuke struggle with glee, sticking his tongue out as the pungent sting of blood filled the air. Once more he turned to look at Sen. As their eyes locked, Sen's body suddenly went limp and she dropped to the floor unconscious. Sannan lowered himself, lifting her up to his shoulder.
それでは東堂君、生きていればまたお会いしましょう。
I feel it in Narcissus. I'm like super irritated as well.
君のその甘さを捨てない限り、何百回戦おうとこの私に勝利することはできないと思いますがね。
Screw you, Sannan.
A wall of furies blocked our sight of Sannan and Sen, creating an impenetrable blockade.
お前らどけよこら、あの二人を追いかけねえと。
Each swing of Heisuke's blade produced a lurid splatter of blood, drenching him from head to toe. Don't let the blood get on you. If you get bloodlust, you'll...
無茶言うんじゃねえよ。これだけの数がいるのに。
This is gonna suck.
さあ。俺はどうして。
Heisuke began to shriek out of frustration.
Ugh, that Foley though.
A cacophony of his cold steel splitting flesh and cracking bones echoed throughout the courtyard. Heisuke fought virulently against a seemingly endless tide of furies, each one yelping as their lifeless corpses dropped to the ground. Soon it seemed everywhere we looked, dismembered limbs oozing with blood were scattered. The nauseating scent of blood had clung to every surface in sight, and Heisuke stood in the middle of it.
取り逃がしちまった。
Heisuke was bathed in blood, a grotesque image made worse by the inescapable feeling of failure.
Super Shinsen? Seems legit to me.
Ultimate games are so happy and sweet! Yay!
ごめんな、千鶴。お前の友達助けてやれなくて。
I just shook my head. Don't worry about that. There wasn't much else I could say. All the furies strewn across the blood-soaked ground. They lived ordinary lives. None of them were criminals or thieves or any number of epithets that are used to justify their needless suffering. Just innocent people, whose ambitions and dreams were crushed by the will of one despicable being. And now, they had had their lives taken at the end of Heisuke's sword, which still dripped with blood. It seemed impossible to believe this sentiment escaped someone so affable and kind-hearted as Heisuke.
俺もきっとそう遠くないうちにこうなるんだろうな。
Why does this game try so hard to break this good, sweet boy?
Heisuke.
罪もねえ人間をこんなに殺して自分だけ死にたくねえなんて虫が良すぎるもんだ。
Heisuke was determined to tear himself apart, one painful realization at a time. His shoulders were slumped, covered in a thin layer of film forming from the drying blood. Never had I seen him so disheartened by the act of killing. His heart seemed so heavy, worn by the unshakable guilt that his powers were more potent in taking lives than in protecting his own.
寿命を使い果たして死んだ後はやっぱり地獄行き間違いなしかな。
Just stop it! Stop talking, alright? I grabbed a hold of Heisuke's sleeve and interrupted his self-deprecating tirade. I began sobbing uncontrollably. Why did Heisuke, of all the people in the world, have to suffer so much agony? No matter what anyone says to you, Heisuke, none of this is your fault. You know that. More than anyone else, I understand this of you. So please, don't put all the blame on yourself anymore.
Chizuru.
Heisuke murmured my name once. Then together we basked in the silence, waiting for the dawn to erase this dramatic night from memory.
Well, that was emotional. I don't... What are the words for that? What are words even? We should save. And frankly, it's a little earlier than I tend to wrap this. But I think that's a good place to stop for the night. Have we had enough of having our collective hearts torn out of our chests and stomped on by the writers of this game? Let's look at our warrior record. I think this one is technically a tiny bit shorter than the first game. Yeah, we've got like 4 chapters total. So. But that sure happened. Can we get some hugs around the chat? Good lord. I'm gonna let this sit here so we can check out the opening again. And then I think we will close it for the night. I will say a lot of the extended stuff that's been leading up to all of this has at least made that weird turn of Sanan to like super fucking evil vampire king or whatever the fuck he's doing a little less clunky than it felt in the original. In the original, it came very out of left field because you didn't actually get to interact that much with Sanan, even in Heisuke's story. Or at least not in any meaningful way.
Aw, hug emote!
So it's a little less... Well, it's still awful because Sanan is awful, but you get a lead up to why he's awful. Yeah, Lynn and I frequently joked because we've both played the original, and we bemoaned how awkward and clunky the latter portion of Heisuke's story tended to be. It was kind of like, did the writers run out of ideas? Like, what was going on here? That said, because historical Heisuke did die at the Aburano Koji incident, like, basically all of his storyline is completely fabricated. Oh, Grim, you're gonna have a real fun time, if you go back and watch the VOD. Ha 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 ha. Lady, yes, the vampires aren't real. But the Shinsengumi are. That's true. The events that actually, like, coincide with the other characters who are still alive at that point is accurate. No historical vampires, how dare! Killing the things you love. Heisuke's still around. Sen is alive. She's just in a super shitty position right now. It could be worse. Murder on the Otome Express. That is beautiful. Truly. Oops, that's music. Let's look at... Look at our cute CGs. Well, see, here's the thing about the healing. I was looking to see if I could heal, but none of her abilities stated she could heal herself. They all literally said touch an ally, so I didn't use them. Apparently in Dungeon World you can't heal yourself. No, it does not work on yourself. It specifically says touch an ally. I am my own ally. Anyway, we can continue that conversation in the appropriate discords. So, I think we did well. We unlocked some CG things. Look at this cute bab. Look at our baby boy. I have a split personality. Can the other me heal me? I mean... Alright. Good night, my friends. I'm going to leave us on this beautiful image of a crying Heisuke because I am that person. I don't know how to switch without a control to the next one. Because there's the one where she's next to him and I don't know how to get to it. Hey, look! Change flame. I think they meant frame? Anyway. That's... We're gonna leave it on that. Change flame. This it. Okay. Good night, my friends. Seven and 9 on the number pad? Let's try it. Oh no, it switches to the next, things. Whatever. We'll figure it out another day. Good night, my friends! Thank you for hanging out. And welcome, lady. Thanks for hanging out the whole time. We'll see you next time. Bye!